It's time for the Dugout Crew. Brought to you by the David 3000 Network, MVG Productions, and the 25. And now, here is the Dugout Crew. Give me a second here. Let's go back and. All right, play ball and batter up, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the second half of the Dugout Crew season 2, episode number 17 overall here on the David 3000 Network. I am your host, Eric Lima. Unfortunately, our Gorilla Monsoon of the Dugout Crew podcast, Joey Acacia, will not be here. He has to work. And I did send Jesse Ortiz, Jester in Chains, the link. I don't know where he is, but I don't know if there's something wrong with his internet or something like that. Hope he can get here soon. Or I haven't seen any response from him. So it looks like I'm a one-man show today, guys. So what a way to kick off the second half of this podcast, huh? I'm telling you, hope you guys are having a very blessed day, and hopefully your day is about as good as mine. It's been a decent day overall. Not be a little icky out there. It's supposed to be rain and all that good stuff, but we need a little bit of rain, which is fine on a hot summer. As you know, this is the final episode for July 2024, as you know, because next week is Thursday, August the 1st. So we end July, and we will start August. So, as we know, we had the All-Star break just happened over a week ago, and we start off the second half of the season. And what's upcoming next is the trade deadline, and we might be seeing a lot of trades happening. I'm sure David's going to be keeping up with the news on that. Our executive producer, I want to thank David St. Dennis for bringing me the news once again. And we're gonna talk about it right now. A lot of injuries are happening to key injuries to key teams. The Blue Jays announced that Bo Bichette has been placed on the 10-day IL due to a right calf strain. Braves Ozzie Albies will be out for 8 weeks due to a fractured wrist. I'll tell you what, the Braves have been always one of these top contending teams, and losing players like him could be detrimental. And meanwhile, Max Fried on a 15-day IL with left arm neuritis. That's another guy that has been hitting the ball, I think, and losing him is Mariners lost a couple of players. Julio Rodriguez on the 10-day IL with a high ankle sprain. Ankle, not angle there, David. After crushing to the wall, running into the wall. Meanwhile, J.P. Crawford also 10-day IL with a fractured pinky. And I'll tell you what, the Mariners have been heading that AL West. We'll get to that. And I'm going to tell you the second half. Not a good way to start the second half for the Mariners and the Blue Jays and the Braves already. Especially Mariners and Braves. They're trying to contend to go into the playoffs, and it's really going to hurt them in the long run. And more woes for the Angels. My heart goes out to the Angels. Ever since losing Shohei Ohtani via free agency to the Dodgers, it's been a rough season for the Angels. They lose Mike Trout once again. Remove from Tuesday's rehab game. The left knee soreness is considered day to day. That's a setback for the Angels, especially for Mike Trout. And Brewers, who have always been contending, Christian Yelich has been placed on the 10-day IL with lower back inflammation, may require season-ending back surgery. That's going to be a blow to the Brewers. Yelich has been one of their star players, and I tell you what, the key is that, all these key players, well, as long as, this could give other teams an opportunity to really ramp it up, get a chance to get into swing of things. Here's some accomplishments. Now, a lot of them have been in the All-Star game or during the All-Star break. And the Dodgers, Teoscar Hernandez is the 2024 Home Run Derby champion. I mean, the reason why is that Shohei Ohtani's not in it. And if he was, he would have been the champ. But you know what? Teoscar Hernandez, that guy is a spark plug for the Dodgers. In fact, the Red Sox, well, keep it in the family, ladies and gentlemen. Why did I say that? Because they decided to draft D'Angelo Ortiz, the son of Big Papi David Ortiz. So that means if D'Angelo can be like his father, I think the Red Sox could really have a star in their hands. Speaking of the Red Sox, once again, Jarren Duran is the 2024 All-Star Game MVP when he hit a 2-run shot to help the American League beat the National League 5-3. So whoever the American League team is representing the World Series will have the home field advantage. And this is a big, hugely Paul Skeens of the Pittsburgh Pirates, the young rookie who is dating a very beautiful young lady, a volleyball player by the name of Livy. I forget her last name. His hat is going into the Baseball Hall of Fame. Congratulations to Paul Skeens' hat. It's made it there. Unbelievable. What a rookie. Anyways, we have new Hall of Famers as Adrian Beltre, the guy who's always been the one of the funniest players ever, but one of the game's best power hitters in the game. Joe Mauer, one of the game's good catchers. Todd Helton and Jim Leyland have been officially inducted to the Baseball Hall of Fame. Congratulations, gentlemen. Adrian Beltre, to me, was one of my favorites. Even with the Red Sox release a season, all the antics that he does, and I'll never forget he got ejected for something stupid. And Jerry Davis is a grump, and he's still a stupid idiot. And yeah, umpires are big babies nowadays, big cry babies nowadays. And Jerry Davis, so tells you go back into the on deck circle. Okay, I'll go on the on deck circle. He moves it, and Jerry Davis is like, "Get out of here!" Unbelievable. He was just not. I'll tell you, Jerry Davis is a jerk, a little jerk. Now Jerry Davis will respect Adrian Beltre because he's a Hall of Famer. You ding. Jerry Davis is a ding-dong jerk. A little farting pecker. That's what Jerry Davis is. Anyways, let me continue on. Another Red Sox radio announcer, Joe Castiglione, honored with the 4C Frick Award at the Baseball Hall of Fame. Can you believe it? That's one of his many, many catchphrases. Can you believe it? And I had, when I was a kid back in the 90s, okay, Joe Castiglione and, guys like, Bob Starr and Joe Castiglione and Jerry Trupiano. I used to listen to the Red Sox back in the day. If I couldn't watch TV, I'll listen to the Red Sox on the radio, WRKO, PRO, nowadays WEEI radio. And Joe Castiglione calls some of the best games ever on the planet, man. Let me tell you, it was great to hear his voice. Very, very a very soothing voice when you want to listen to a Red Sox game. Astros Yordan Alvarez hits for the cycle. I forget which team. So 50 stolen bases for the Reds. Ellie De La Cruz in the regular season. Why Regis season? He must have Regis Philbin on the brain. David did. So Alex Cora. What a Red Sox. Red Sox have been in the news. Alex Cora decided to sign a $7 million plus 3-year extension with the Red Sox. A lot of people have been questioning about Alex Cora. Did I say Alex Rodriguez? I'm going to say Alex Cora. Alex Cora, I think he's a huge key guy for the Red Sox as a manager. I believe he will help out the young players, and he's bilingual. And I'll tell you one thing, and I think that's going to help him in the long run in the end. So that will be great for the Red Sox. I'm glad they made that decision to extend him. I think they must have heard that they'll probably regret the day if they let him go. But 3 more years of Alex Cora, as a Red Sox fan, I approve. 2 thumbs up for the Sox front office in that area. Breslow, you're a smart guy. All right. Diamondbacks, Jock Peterson used to play for the Cubs and the Dodgers and whatnot. Hit his 200th career home run. And that is and that's a huge deal. So congratulations, Jock Peterson. And so the transactions call-up updates. White Sox, Martin Maldonado, designated for assignment. I think he played for the Red Sox, I think, one season, or was it another guy? I forget who. I don't think he ever played for the Red Sox, but could have an opportunity to pick him up. The Athletics are calling up the number 1 prospect, Jacob Wilson. I'm sure Joey Casey had maybe Marlins pitcher, former Marlins pitcher, Johnny Cueto, signed with the Angels. The Angeles. He meant by the Angels. I'm going to let Dave on because somebody was knocking at the door. Okay, I'm a little bit lost, but that's okay. Clayton Kershaw will come off the injured list and start today. Dave Roberts said, and Tyler Glasnow will start on Wednesday. That was yesterday, but the Dodgers. I'll talk about the Dodgers and the Red Sox in just a moment. And former Phillies outfielder Whit Merrifield signs with the Braves. I think with Ozzie Albies out for 8 weeks, I think that could help the Braves a little bit. Her Merrifield is pretty good. The Dodgers have designated pitcher James Paxton for assignment. I used to play for the Red Sox. Hopefully we need another pitcher, so we'll see him back. And former Red Sox player Jackie Bradley Jr. signed with the New York Mets. That could help the Mets in the long run. Heard the Mets are doing pretty good, so we'll check the standings on that. The Dodgers, where are we going here? Okay. And speaking of I'll get the Dodgers in just a moment. In other news, robot umpire system to be tested in spring training next year. This ought to be fun. I want to know what would happen if a batter or a pitcher does not like the call. Well, they'll try to deck the robot or something like that, and pull an edge and beat up the computer. This ought to be fun. I'm telling you, this is going to be crazy. So it's going to be very interesting for sure. And the Dodgers and the Cubs will meet March 18th, 19th, and 19th, 2025 next year. A little spring training at the Tokyo Dome. Tokyo Dome is like Japan's Madison Square Garden, and that's a big deal. The Dodgers and Cubs are going to go at it. And I'm sure everybody will probably pack the house because you got Seiya Suzuki on the Cubs, and you got Shohei Ohtani with the Dodgers. And you got Shota Imanaga with the Cubs as well. So that guy's been well. St. Petersburg City Council approved to raise new $1.3 billion stadium. Hopefully they can build a stadium without any catwalks. You know how confusing the umpire's gonna be like, let's see, is that a home run? Is that a double? Is that an out? I don't know. All I know is if they decide to build a dome, no catwalks, please. That's what we need, right? Now you can stream the MLB Network for $5.99 a month, 24/7 MLB content, including all studio shows and select out-of-market games. Very interesting. That's a good price, That's, let's see. 12 times 6 is 72 bucks for a year. That's not a bad deal if you think about it. I like that idea. If they have gift cards for MLB Network, I say here's 80 bucks. Have it for the whole year, man. Who knows for sure. But the Blue Jays, I'll tell you what, the Blue Jays are really, really taking it in the rear end here. Kevin Kiermaier to retire after this season. There goes another one for the Blue Jays, and there goes a potential outfielder for the Red Sox. And for the first time since 2013, the Yankees have lost every game to the Mets in a season, and the second time ever that's happened. Subway sweep. I'll tell you what, the Mets are doing very, very good. And let me tell you, let me tell you something. Every time the Yankees lose, as a Red Sox fan, I am a happy dude. I respect the Yankees, but I don't want them winning every season. Honestly, they got 27 rings. They should be content. They should sit back, hang back, let the other teams try to catch up to them at least. They got great players on the team, but the Yankees need a chill on the winning. Chill with the championships. Listen, How you can tell? Oh, same thing about your Celtics. Hey, listen, I'll tell you one thing. If I say, okay, I want to see the Celtics win 20 championships, and then let let the Celtics hang back and let the other teams get a shot, that's fine. But the Celtics winning more world championships than any other team in the NBA, I'm happy with that. But and I'm sure you Yankee fans are happy with the fact that your Yankees, you Yankee fans out there should be happy that your team has won more World Series than any other team in major leagues. Just hang back, relax, and just hang back. And Anthony Hardy, Captain's World 1986, William the Conqueror in the live chat. Hello. Hope you gentlemen are doing good. And whoo, man, oh man, oh man, oh man, oh man, oh man, oh man. So that is it for the so that will be it for the news that David has given. I don't want that. Let's see. Net. So so that is it for the news of baseball. And let me just get into the Red Sox deal. Let me, so yeah, we're gonna talk about this Red Sox. So let's talk about the Red Sox. And I'll tell you what we're gonna kick it off. You're talking about this. We ended the Red Sox ended up taking 2 or 3 against the Royals before the All-Star break. We come off the All-Star break, and the Dodgers has basically got their revenge for the 2018 World Series because they swept the Red Sox 4-1 this past Friday over the weekend. 4-1, 7-6. They walked it off, and 9-6. And then we get a 4-game losing streak as the Rockies beat the Red Sox, walking it off 9-8. But then the Red Sox shut out the Rockies 6-0. But yesterday, Andrew on Chillin' with Jordy, episode 180 yesterday, Andrew brought this up to me because I just saw this. The Rockies beat the Red Sox. Get ready for the score, 20-7. What the heck had happened, Boston? Who was stuck? I'm going to look at this. Look at this. And who started out here? Nick Pivetta. 7 earned runs and 10 hits, 6 strikeouts, no walks. Bailey Horn for the Red Sox gave up 4 hits and 5 runs, 1 walk, no strikeouts. Cam Boozer, only got struck out once. And was it Cooper? Is this Cooper Anderson? Chase Anderson. Chase Anderson gave up 4 hits, 1 earned run, 1 walk, 2 strikeouts. Brendan Darandino gave up 3 hits, 1 run, and 1 strikeout. Meanwhile, Dominic Smith, who had to come in because the Red Sox were being mollywopped at this point, pitched an immaculate out. A 1-inning pitch. Boy. I don't know what to say, guys. But the Red Sox going to have to snap out of it coming home to Fenway Park because we got 3 games. The Red Sox got a 3-game series against the Yankees. That's always been an interesting series to the point where every time the Red Sox-Yankee series looks like Nesson only has 1 game to do, and always Fox and ESPN take the other 2. I say Nesson should be taking all 3 games, to my personal opinion. Let's see. In Fenway Park. And Fox is gonna have a game. And let's see, this is tomorrow. TV and streaming. Nesson. And let's see, Sunday. Yeah, I'm not surprised. Every time Red Sox Yankee game is always during the weekends, always like this. Nesson on Friday, Fox on Saturday, ESPN on Sunday. Come on. You can't pull the wool over my eyes on that one. But at least they're at the Fenway Park. And then for the Mariners to end July, we got a 3-game series against the Mariners, and to start August off, we're going up against the defending World Series champion, the Texas Rangers, and then the Kansas City Royals. To start off, so to kick off August, we got the Texas Rangers in a 4-game series, 3-game series, excuse me, and that 3-game series is during the Portuguese feast that happens here in New Bedford, the largest feast in the world. The Royals will be then the Red Sox are going to Kansas City to meet the Royals, and then going back to home to Fenway face the Astros, and then the world champ Rangers coming in for a 3-game series, and then we got the American League East leading Orioles for a 4-game series. That could be big series ahead because the Red Sox are contending in the wild card. Speaking of, they're third right now in the American League East. Speaking of, if we can get, I'm gonna try to find the standings on this thing. Pain in the butt. Yeah. I want to talk about what happened in the last game. A lot of frustration. A lot of frustration in the Red Sox, obviously, after being mollywopped. Bench is clear in the Red Sox Rockies game. And it seems like Paul Quantrill and and not Paul Quantrill, Cal Quantrill. And see, Cal Quantrill has been like to start things up because I think he got upset with Reese McGuire. Reese McGuire got upset with him, and I think Cal Quantrill said some things, and just and everybody, the coaches and everybody else did a great job separating everybody. No punches were thrown, nobody was ejected or suspended. But Cal Quantrill needs to keep his mouth shut and not talk a lot of trash because sometimes that it could come back to haunt you down the road. But he didn't think it was a big issue. No big deal. I think it was just frustration on the Red Sox part. That's all. They were frustrated. They were losing, and sometimes you want to do something to fire up your team. I get it, but having an opposing team running their mouths, not the way to go. Not a wise thing, my personal opinion. If you run your mouth, you're gonna, the old saying, your big mouth gets you into trouble. Cal Quantrill, you better cut it out before you hurt before you get hurt. But you know what the ironic part about it is? Yesterday was 20 years ago, the huge incident that happened between the Red Sox and Yankees with Veritek shoving a glove in A-Rod's face in that infamous photo, which ironically Veritek refused to sign, to put his autograph on. That's how much class Veritek has, and I'll tell you why. He probably respects A-Rod, but like I said, sometimes in the heat of the battle, but it did motivate the Red Sox after, I think this is before they traded Nomar, a week before they traded Nomar Garciaparra. And ever since then, I got to tell you right now, 20 years ago, when that incident happened, and that changed the Red Sox fortunes around for good. I mean, you're talking about Bill Miller hit a game-winning home run off Mariano Rivera that same day. And that kicked off what would have been the most magical run for the Red Sox in 2004 when they finally broke the curse after 86 years of not winning a World Series. That's a huge deal. That's a huge moment for the Red Sox. And let me tell you, 20 years ago, so I'll tell you one thing. I'm sure Veritek would want, I am going to, let's see, Red Sox and standings. That's my sister, Pamela. My sister's dog's causing a lot of trouble. Little nutcase. All right, here we go with the standings in the American League East. Yep. So the American League East goes like this: the Orioles at 61-41 in the lead with a 2-game lead over the New York Yankees at 60-44. The Red Sox are 54-47, 6.5 out. Excuse me. While the Rays are at 551-51, 10 games out. The Blue Jays at 46-55 with 14.5 out. Meanwhile, the American League Central goes like this: the Cleveland Guardians at 61-40 in first place by 5 games over the Minnesota Twins at 56-45. The Kansas City Royals 56-47 in third place, 6 out. The Detroit Tigers at 50-53. That's with 12 games out. And the White Sox 27-77, 35.5 out. We all know who's not making the playoffs this year. Meanwhile, in the American League West, I am shocked. Ladies and gentlemen, I thought the Mariners were in first place. Jesse Ortiz's Astros, first place, 53-49 with 1 game ahead of the Mariners at 53-51. The Texas Rangers, the defending World Series champs, at 50-52 with 3 games out. The Angels, 45-57 with 8 games out. And the Oakland Athletics at 41-63, a lot better than they did last year, with 13 games out. So we're going to check on the wild card standings. All right, the wild card standings. Wild card, come on, wild card. All right, now here's how the playoffs work in the wild card. The top two division winners in each league will receive bye to the division series. The other 4 teams in each league will play the best of 3 series in the wild card round, higher seed hosting all 3 games. Right now, it's the Yankees. Oh, yeah. I want to direct your attention, live chat here. Anthony Hardy has next month on his gaming channel, Captain's Arcade, on his gaming channel, Captain's Arcade. As you know, he Big League Slugger Baseball for the PlayStation. He's been using that a lot, like I have, because I did this before. And he says he has the finals for the 2nd annual Tiller Tournament Series, honoring the late great game show fan, Mr. Michael Tiller. And it will be the Tallahassee Lassies, that will be Hollywood Starlets, and the Garden State Queens women's wrestlers. So that's going to be a battle of lovely ladies, and best of luck to the last season, the Queens, in the Tiller Tournament Final for the Big League Slugger Baseball PlayStation 1. Hope they can remake that and make it better, please. And hopefully make it come out for the Nintendo Switch so I can get it. Hey, Capcom, still looking for my Marvel vs. Capcom Fighting Collection release date. Thank you. I had to put that in there. I need to liven this thing up a little bit. I'm by myself in this. Don't know what happened to Jesse. I know Joey's working. Anyways, yeah, I'm a little bit frustrated, but I'm going to get through this. All right, so the wild card goes a little bit something like this. The 3 wild card spots right now belong to the Yankees, the Minnesota Twins, and the Kansas City Royals. And with the Red Sox not far behind, Seattle, Tampa Bay, Texas, Detroit, Toronto. Yep, so right now, oh, wait a minute. Hold up just a second here. Give me a second here. Hold up. All right, that's the American League. Back it up. Let's go to the National League. So addicting. Yeah, that's Big League Slugger Baseball. I love it. I hope they kind of upgrade it and put it for the Nintendo Switch. That's why I want that to happen. They should remake it, upgrade it, and put it for the Nintendo Switch. We can still make our own teams and have our own rosters, make our own stats, DHs in both leagues. So now we don't want to run out nothing. Anyways, thank you, Anthony Hardy. Let's go to National League East. By the way, the Philadelphia Phillies are in the lead there, 64-38. Let's see. Right now, they have the best record in baseball at 64-38, 9 games ahead of the Atlanta Braves at 54-46. The Mets are coming on strong, folks. 53-48, 10.5 out. The Nationals, 47-55. 17 out, and the Marlins in last place, 37-66, at 27.5 out. Meanwhile, National League Central will probably going to be start losing some games, losing some key players. The Milwaukee Brewers, 59-43 in first place, ahead of the Cardinals at 53-49, 6.5 out. The Pirates, 52-50, 7 out. The Reds, 49-53, 10 out. And the Cubs at 49-55, 11 out. Meanwhile, National League East, no surprise, the LA Dodgers, 61-42 in the lead, 7.5 games ahead of the San Diego Padres at 54-50. The Diamondbacks, 53-50, 8 out. The Giants, 49-54, 12 out. And the Rockies, despite taking 2 out of 3 against the Red Sox at 38-65, 23 out. So that's something to let's see. Let's see. Wait, okay. I'm going to standings right now. Okay, let's go back to the standings here. And like I said, so that means I'll tell you one thing. With the Yankees coming into town and the Red Sox are playing Kansas City, also those 2 series are going to be huge for the Red Sox because the Yankees and the Kansas City Royals have got 2 of the 3 wild card spots. The Red Sox have an opportunity to take one of those spots. If the playoffs started right now, Red Sox would have a huge opportunity to take those spots, but they would be 1 out. So they're 1 out of the wild card race right now. That's a huge deal. So that's a huge deal. Meanwhile, the Phillies and the Dodgers and the Milwaukee Brewers ahead. As you know, the Phillies and Dodgers could be receiving buys. The Braves, the Mets, and the Cardinals have the 3 spots in the wild card race. That's a huge deal. That is a huge deal. For the Mets, which Jason DeCanio came on here with me, whatever, but he decided to quit. So unfortunately, he would have talked a lot about the Mets because the Mets have been in the thick of things. So that's a big deal. We got less than half an hour to go. And like I said, I'll talk a little bit more about Alex Cora's extension. I personally believe that Alex Cora is the guy for the Red Sox right now because you got a lot of young core players. You have Jarren Duran, who's been, having a great, decent season. Why I'm thinking a lot of people are saying that Kelly Jensen might get traded because you got Liam Hendricks, who was signed, the Red Sox signed, and has yet to come back from his injury. And that's a big deal. And I think Liam Hendricks was a closer for the White Sox at one point. And I hope when he comes back, and if he comes back, it's going to take him a while to get into the groove. And if he gets in that groove, and if he gets in that, gets going and does well, maybe the Red Sox would let go of Kenley Jensen in the offseason, maybe. I don't know, but they need Kenley right now. So anyways, Jesse, I don't know what happened to Jesse, but maybe his internet. I know Texas, the internet in Texas could be tough. I know Texas has got tough weather over there. Jesse, I hope you're okay. If you can hear me or you're watching, I hope you're okay, man. Thinking of you. So, Alex Cora has been great for the Red Sox. Yeah, one World Series, but a lot of people is like, okay, why, Alex Cora? I say Alex Cora could help the young talent out. He's very bilingual too, and a lot of communication. Players love him. So, oh, all right. The Queens matchup is a rematch of this year's International Women's Day game. See you tonight in Rant Rim. Yeah, thanks for coming in, Anthony Hardy, Captain's World 1986. Follow him if you like gaming content. Check out his Captain's Arcade channel. So, a really good guy, a really cool guy overall. So, thank you for coming in the live chat, Mr. Anthony Hardy, and yeah. So, I'm trying to think. I'm trying to think. The Hall of Fame came and went. Jim Leland, I think his best year, 1997, when the Marlins won the World Series after being 4 years, 4 seasons in the company. I mean, in the major leagues, I should say. And then I think Arizona beat them by a year as far as being the fastest team to win a World Series. And I will never forget, Jimmy Leland. I think him and Bobby Bonilla, who's the Mets, despite the fact the Mets are still paying Bobby Bonilla, they're contending for a wild card race. Bobby Bonilla could end up making more money retired. I'm telling you, I just cannot believe that they're still paying Bobby Bonilla. That's the craziest thing, man. It's like, why you want to sign a guy when he's already retired and all? It's gonna be crazy. It's nuts. It's totally nuts. It's out of control, Gilman. It's out of control. Rest in peace, Regis Philbin. Anyways, and that is one of my favorite moments of Jim Leyland when he won the World Series with the Florida Marlins back in 1997, and that's a beautiful thing to see, and happy for Jim Leyland getting inducted into the Baseball Hall of Fame. And Joe Mauer, one of the best Twins catchers ever, without winning a World Series. And again, I kind of wish that he would win a World Series, but Mauer, one of the best catchers ever. Credit to one of the players that have never left the team of the Minnesota Twins. Got to respect that. He's shown a lot of class and very, very slick. Very good player, and I'm happy for him. Todd Helton is another guy who never left the Rockies. I got to tell you, he had an opportunity to win a World Series in 2007 for the Rockies, but the Red Sox were just too good that year. They were just too dang good that year. And when you have a fiery closer like Jonathan Papelbon, and you got a good pitching core, and I'll never forget Tim Wakefield, late great Tim Wakefield, God rest his soul, decided to give up his roster spot for John Lester. And John Lester was like a year or two removed from beating cancer, and an amazing performance in that Game 4, and amazing performance in the World Series. He deserved every moment of that. I miss John Lester with the Red Sox. I don't know if is John Lester retired or something like that. I hope he's not, because I just like to see the Red Sox trying to bring him back. And is Clay Buchholz still pitching? I like to see the Red Sox trying to bring those two gentlemen back that can help out the Red Sox pitching and all that. But I really don't know if that's the case. But yeah, and that was a beautiful moment. But Todd Helton was a huge one of the reasons why the Rockies were successful that year. And for him not to win a World Series, I'm bummed for him. But congratulations on being elected to the MLB Hall of Fame. And let's talk about Adrian Beltre. This dude, Adrian Beltre, I never seen a player have so much fun like Adrian Beltre. The dude just goes out and has fun. I am bummed for him that he did not win a World Series with the Rangers. I hope the Texas Rangers this past season gave him a ring for his contributions with the Rangers. Even though he didn't play on that team, he should be at least a coach on that team because he brings a lot of. He brought Adrian Beltre. Okay, to me, he brought a lot of fun to baseball, and Adrian Beltre is one of the most amazing players ever. Duke can hit a home run on one knee, for goodness sakes. And like I said, I talked about it at the top of the program, talked about the podcast when, the Jerry Davis situation. I thought Davis was such a jerk. I mean, they were losing 18-6. And Adrian Beltre was just, he does not want to get hit with a foul ball. I think umpires have no logic of that. Is that, they can get decked with a ball and they can get injured and get knocked out of the season. Adrian Beltre does not want that. He wants to play the game. He wants to play the game. He'll do whatever it takes to get into the game. Even if it means stepping away from the on-deck circle. Now, I don't know if that's – it could be a superstitious thing too. You don't want to stand in the on-deck circle or anything like that. And why would Jerry Davis tell him to get into the on-deck circle? I mean, it's one thing you tell a batter to get into the batter's box, but you tell somebody to get to the on-deck circle. Sometimes you got to get loose, sometimes. And for Jerry Davis to eject him for that, for moving the on-deck circle, you eject a player for that. I mean, you got to be out of your freak. You got to be having a bad day, making a dumb decision like that. Seriously, you screw. Even Adrian Beltre is like, what did I do? Excuse me, man. Well, you talk a mile a minute in a long time. Sometimes you, it's amazing, but Adrian Beltre had a lot of fun, especially with him and Elvis Andrus. When you get those two together, shenanigans, no pun intended from my channel, happen. I mean, the fun part is he does not like having his head touched. And Elvis Andrus was the one that annoys him. Something else happened. Excuse me. And it's unbelievable how give me a minute here. All right. And Adrian Beltre brought a lot of fun. I remember he was caught in a rundown between with him and the Astros, and he ran out of the baseline. Angel Hernandez was joking around with him at that point. He said, "You ran out of the baseline," and all that. And I think another funny moment when he gets hit by a pitch, he just goes and rubs his wallet and like, you hit me, I'm going on base, So also Felix Hernandez, I remember, I think Felix Hernandez making him look foolish on a pitch, swinging and miss, and almost tumbling down. And Felix Hernandez was looking, and he's busting a gut laughing. And Adrian Beltre, Adrian Beltre brought a lot of fun to baseball, and we need a player like him again, who does these crazy antics just to make everybody laugh and have a good time. And like you give him a look like, "Hey, this is my area. You go that way," or "This is my area," or you try to catch a fly ball. "What are you doing in my area?" It's all these simple little things and just goofing around. Even when in a high stakes series like the World Series, you have fun playing baseball. Adrian Beltre represents having fun playing baseball. It's a kid's game. I know players get paid bunch of money for playing a kid's game, and and in the case of Justin Verlander, marry some of the most beautiful hot women by playing a kid's game and getting paid a lot of money. You know what I mean? It's unbelievable, But congratulations to these Hall of Famers: Joe Mauer, Adrian Beltre, Todd Helton, and Jim Leyland. And it's amazing about how things it's just amazing. We get 15 minutes left of the podcast here. Trying to keep going here. I'm gonna try to do, like I said, I don't have Jesse, I don't have Joey, so I'm the only host of the show here. everybody going to talk about what the Red Sox need a lot of stuff for the second half. They want to contend in the playoffs. Possibly more pitching, probably a couple of more pitchers, probably another bat in the lineup. I don't know if they're gonna, something to keep it together. I think an extra arm for a starting rotation. I don't know who they're gonna trade. I don't know they're gonna sacrifice a lot. I mean, I remember you talking about trades. The Red Sox made a lot of sacrifices. I remember the biggest sacrifice they made. You're talking 20 years ago. I'm sure that will be coming up soon. In trade deadline 20 years ago, the Red Sox traded their most popular Red Sox player since Ted Williams, and that would be Nomar Garciaparra. Went to it was a 3-team trade. It was a 4-team trade. You got the Red Sox, the Cubs, the Expos, and the Twins. 4-team trade. Nomar went to the Cubs. Meanwhile, Doug Mankiewicz, who was playing for the Twins against the Red Sox 20 years ago, I think this was the first time ever that you're going from one team that you're playing with and getting traded to the team that you're playing against. Imagine that. You're like, it's like I'm just switching teams. Like kids, it's like a little kids game, when the kids like, okay, we played one game. Can we switch teams? Can we switch players? Basically, that's what happened here. Doug Mankiewicz. That's gonna be that's history in the making, because I think it's the first time I've ever seen this, that one player going from one team. Now the Red Sox and Twins are playing. One player going from the Twins and getting traded to the team you're currently playing against. So, and you see Nomar Garciaparra. I remember Doug Mankiewicz telling the story that he went to the Red Sox clubhouse after getting traded to the Reds, being part of the trade to the Red Sox. And he sees Nomar Garcia packing up. He goes, "Oh no, I got traded for Nomar Garciaparra." He probably wasn't shocked. And then from the Expos, you got Orlando Cabrera coming in. So you're talking about this. You lose one good shortstop, and you're going to get another good defensive shortstop, and that's probably what they need. And with Nomar, I think his injuries have limited his playing ability. And that's why they had to trade him, and they think that he, because the limitations could hurt the Red Sox. I mean, he had Pokey Reese, but they had nobody playing second base at the time, and he was the second baseman. So just, you could have had Mark Bellhorn. Oh, that's right. They had Mark Bellhorn. What am I thinking? Holy cow. 20 years ago, man. Let me tell you. Woohoo! I'm so out there today, man. Let me tell you. A lot of crazy stuff has been happening to me this past weekend. Let me tell you. Ever since last week. It's been a crazy week for me, man. Crazy week. Anyways, yeah, hey, they had Mark Bellhorn. And who would have thought, right? Who would have thought the Red Sox would break the curse with a second baseman by the name of Mark freaking Bellhorn, okay? Mark Bellhorn. Jeez. Come on now. Seriously, it's crazy. 20 years ago, that trade happened. The biggest trade ever. It was the trade. I'm calling it the trade. With the T's and capital letters, trade, the trade. Because that trade had changed the Red Sox changed the trajectory of the Red Sox history forever. And because y'all know what happened, the rest they say is history. It is amazing to me that a trade like this happened. It's like, oh my gosh. Anyways. Unbelievable. It's unbelievable. Totally unbelievable. Let me tell you. Yeah. So 20 years ago, 20 years ago, Varitek shoved the glove in A-Rod's face after A-Rod saying F you to Varitek, and there was a fight. We all know who was part, Schilling was in the middle of it, Millar, everybody. Tanyan Sturtz was a starter. He was bleeding. And, Bronson Arroyo was the starter in that game. So, but it all worked out for the Red Sox in the end, folks. Even though A-Rod tried to get back at him in Game 6, but umpire's like, you're out. Jeter, get your butt back to first base. And the rest they say is history. You know what I mean? Man, oh man, oh man. What a day. What a day this has been. You know what? I'll tell you what. I'll get 10 minutes left of the podcast, as you know. Yeah, great way to start the second half of the season. No Joey Acacia, no Jesse Ortiz. It's just me. It's just me. It's just me. It's just me. Only 2 viewers watching. I don't know. I really don't know. But I gotta tell you, the All-Star. I didn't watch the All-Star game, but I did. I watched a little bit of the celebrity softball game, and I thought there are a lot of celebrities I don't even know, not anymore. You know what I mean? It's like I'm so into the 80s and 90s and the early 2000s, like you don't know anybody, anybody from a hole in the wall, It's like, you have all these social media influencers now and all that. It's like if I was at the celebrity all-star game and say all-star softball game in Fenway Park, who's this guy? I'm over here. Who's Eric Lima? I don't know. Let me cross like Phil Plantier or something like that. I don't know. Anyways, 8 minutes left. So yeah, so I watched a little bit. I forgot. I didn't know who won. I got to rewatch that, by the way. I'm going to see. 2004 was a very special year for the Red Sox. Who would thought, 20 years ago that would happen, 20 years ago. I still can't believe to this day. I can remember it like yesterday. That Red Sox brawl against the Yankees, that changed. I still can't get over it because that changed the Red Sox fortunes around. Now, as for Joe Castiglione winning the Ford C. Frick Award, excellent choice. Because this guy's contributions to baseball, especially for the Red Sox, it's been second to none. I mean, Joe Castiglione is that soothing voice. He'll get excited when the Red Sox do something good. Like if it's a simple pop-up, there's a pop-up. Somebody has it. He got it. He's out. Very calm. And then, he'll get hot. He'll get a voice pitch high. And the drive on the right field, way back, and it's gone. The Red Sox take the lead. Can you believe it? That's his catchphrase. Can you believe it? And he called all the Red Sox final outs in the World Series. 2004, 2007, 2013, 2018, and just I mean, I'll tell you one thing right now. If it had not been for the New England Patriots in 2001, we wouldn't have enjoyed the New England rivalry and the New England revival of sports revival today. I mean, you think about it. Since 2001, over 23 years, 13 championships have been won. You think about it. The Patriots won 2001, 2003, 2004, the first 3 Super Bowls. The Red Sox won 2004, 2007. The Patriots won the next 3 in the 2010s. And in fact, I do believe the city of Boston has won a championship in almost every decade, except for the 90s. That was dominated by the 90s would dominate, first of all, by Oakland. You got Cincinnati, Oakland won in 89. In 90, it was Cincinnati Reds sweeping the Oakland A's. 91 was the Twins. 92, 93 were both the Blue Jays. 94 was a strike. 95, I believe the Braves won theirs. 96 were the Yankees. 97 were the Marlins. 98, 99, 2000 were the Yankees. 2001, the Diamondbacks. 2002, the Angels. 2003, the Marlins. 2004, the Red Sox. 2005, the White Sox. Yeah, so I think almost every decade a Boston team has won a championship, except for, I believe, 19 90s, the 90s, I do believe. And so 19 in the 90s. And now you're talking about the Celtics being dominated, but it was the Bulls that dominated the NBA in the 90s. Celtics in the 80s. I'm looking at the Celtics hat right now. Let me take the Celtics hat. Even though I know we talk sports, dugout crews, about baseball, but I still can't get over this, folks. I mean, I still cannot get over this. This is I'm looking at it, looking at the hat. I never thought we would win another championship, and I figured we were, like I said, New England sports have been enjoying so much of a great revival in sports, and then 2020, everything kind of like the magic had left. The pandemic hit. Then Tom Brady decided, I'm leaving New England. And then you got Kobe Bryant passing away, even though he didn't play for the Celtics, but Kobe Bryant and an NBA legend, possibly a Hall of Famer, in my opinion. I don't know if he's going to posthumously get inducted, and I'm sure he will be. There's no doubt about it. But, I never thought any New England team will never win a championship again. I know the Bruins came close until the Florida Panthers embarrassed them a couple of times already. And then you got the Celtics, who stepped up to the plate and did this. Unbelievable, right? Let me wear this hat. It's unbelievable how, things end up. I look like a geek. Look at the hat. Anyways, it's unbelievable how, but hopefully that will motivate the Red Sox and the Patriots. And the Patriots, like I said, the Red Sox right now are trying to contend, and that's a big, huge deal. And all the other teams, I think if I had a World Series prediction right now, the Dodgers for the National League, but for the American League, that's going to be it's going to be a toss-up. I'm thinking the Orioles. The way the Orioles have been playing, they have a lot of young players. I believe it can be the Orioles and Dodgers in the World Series this year. But if some other team like the Red Sox starts surging, I can see that. But Orioles and Dodgers are going to be in the World Series this year, because the Yankees' momentum is, like I say, it's gone down ever since the Mets swept them. So the Yankees are running into a brick wall there. The Red Sox, they lost? Let's see, 2 or 3 to the Rockies. They lost 5 out of 6 games of the first 6 games in the second half. So they, Red Sox need, hopefully, them against the Yankees again will probably revive them. Right now, the Red Sox have been dominant against the Yankees, and the Yankees are in a vulnerable position right now. The Red Sox can hit them, can strike while the iron's hot. With the Yankees getting swept by the Mets, you're coming into Fenway against your chief rival, the Red Sox. Yankee fans got to be concerned now. Red Sox, also came off of a loss, so both teams got something to prove here. Like I said, with the Yankees and Royals coming into town, you're talking about very, very important series, because the Royals are trying to contend for a wild card spot. The Royals are right now. If the playoffs started right now, the Royals have one of 3 wild card spots, and then the Yankees have 1 of 3. There's 2 wild card spots. The Red Sox going to have an opportunity to knock them either one of them or both of them out. And I think if you go 6 in a row against both of these teams, like 3 against the Yankees, 3 against the Royals, you got a pretty good chance. Red Sox got a pretty good chance. All right, so we got 1 minute to go. I want to thank everybody for tuning in for another episode of the Dugout Crew podcast. Starting the second half, not what I expected. Like I said, I'm sorry that Joey Casey wouldn't make it because he had to work. And I'm sorry that Jesse Ortiz was not here. Don't know what happened to him. Hopefully, I don't know if he forgot or his internet connection. Sometimes his internet connection could be shot. I don't know. Sometimes people have those issues. I want to thank everybody for tuning in. So thank you for another episode, and I will see you later. And hope your life hits you a home run. Goodbye for now, and we'll see you next week.